Hey, this is James, the XDMAN, and I got a mystery box. What's in it? Let's take a look. Whoa! Let's take a look at what's in here. All right, first I want to tell you about what this is. Now, duh, it's the Hellcat. It's the new Springfield pistol. But this really cool, snazzy, special box, they've actually made 100 of these. Well, 101. And what they did was give 100 of these out to social media influencers, gunsmiths, gun people, all that sort of stuff. And the 101st one, they're actually going to give away on their blog. So go visit their blog for a chance to win one. So let's take a look at what's in here. Ooh! All right, so let's take a look at this stuff. Let's do a quick unboxing. So they got this paperwork. Everybody needs paperwork, but check that out. It's got my name on it because guess what? I'm one of the 100 influencers. I guess I've been working with them long enough to made the big time. But I will say something right off the back. Springfield Armory gave me this gun. I did not pay for it. That's not going to influence what I tell you about the gun, whether I like it or dislike it. In the past, Springfield has never given me a gun. I own at least 50 to 60 Springfield products easily, and they've never given me one. I've always bought them because I believe in the product. So this is the first one that they've ever actually just sent to me and just given me. So that's kind of cool, but like I said, it's not going to influence whether I tell you if I like it or not. But first thing out of the box, you saw that it came with the new Vault-Tec safe. Had my name on the brochure, which is pretty cool. Let's take the vault out. Oh man, pretty solid little vault. But let's wait to see what's in there and see what else we got. We've got a, do you see the Hellcat branded holster in there from Crossbreed. Now, my first complaint, I'm too fat for an inside the waistband holster. So, I will try it tonight. We got an IDPA match, so I am going to give it a try, but I already know I'm too fat to wear inside the waistband holsters. But it's got the Hellcat special branded Crossbreed holster. Pretty cool. We got the extended magazine. This is the 13 round one. Look how cute it is. It's so tiny. Now, the one thing that I want to show you, compared to an XDS magazine, look at that. Kind of a double stack, maybe 1.7 stack versus single stack. Look at that. So the same, almost the same length, 13 rounds, 6 rounds. All right. Got a baggie full of Crossbreed holster stuff, screws and whatnot. We got the cleaning kit in here, but who cleans their guns? Got another little pinky grip in there. The Springfield lock, that every gun comes with. Always got to keep that safety. All right, let's go in here. We got some special cutout foam, for cinematic effects if you're, trying to do that, type stuff. We got Hellcat special envelope. Maybe it's a invitation to the mothership. That would be kind of cool. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, Springfield Armory sticker. We got the Hellcat manual. Who reads directions? The warranty card. And a discount for some goodies at the Springfield store. All right. All right, a sticker warning, change in air pressure for the Vault-Tec. All right. a Vault-Tec brochure. Man, look at them instructions. That looks complicated, but I bet you it's not. Take a look at that. All right, just paperwork in there. The life pod, the manual. We got a battery in there. Some type of lanyard. Let's see if there's anything else here in the box. All right, well, check this out though. We got the special, it smells new. It smells just like Springfield. We'll put that there. Manuals, like I said, who reads instructions? I know I don't. Toss them off to the side. All right, let's take a look at this Vault-Tec case right here, the life pod. So it's got the digital numbers right there. Now it doesn't have a battery in it, so when we unlatch it, all right, you want to come down here. All right, now this is the part that I wish I had the special effects, kind of like Star Wars, where when you open it, it goes whoosh. That's the Jesus light coming from the top. Vanna White hands. Oh yeah. Oh, there's nothing better than a new gun. The smell of a new gun, the plastic and the chemical smell, that's what makes me crazy. All right, let's take a look at that. Ooh-wee. That's so tiny. Oh, look how cute the little magazine is. It's even smaller than before. Wow, it's like a baby XD magazine. Oh. Let's take a look at this guy right there. All right. Well, all right, so last week I wrote about this particular gun right here and went through some of the features of it, of what I saw and what my observations were, and pretty much everything was correct. This gun is basically a shrunken down XDS. Now, is it a lot shrunken down? No, but it is shrunken down. Can you see it enough, people? Yeah, it is in there. You know. Now, some of the cool features that have gone away, they've actually made this gun easier. Simpler, I guess what I'm saying. So Glock used to brag about how many parts they had. When the XD first came out, one of the complaints that naysayers had was, oh, it's got too many parts in it, too much stuff to break. Well, with this gun, they actually made it simpler in design. As you can see, it lost the grip safety in there. And up in top right here, can you see right there, is it focused? You lost the loaded chamber indicator. Now, why that's important, let's start with that loaded chamber indicator. Let's go back to the XDS pistol. See how long that loaded chamber indicator would be? Now, there's some nasty folks out there that carry guns and just let them get dirty. And when they get dirty, grime will get underneath that loaded chamber indicator and it'll get stuck in the up position. And especially if you grease the hell out of the gun and you get it dirty and just that gunk gets under there, no matter what, that loaded chamber indicator would stop working. The other thing that would happen once it get gunked up like that, because this is a long indicator right there, it could snap. If you take that pin out, there's not very much meat on the top of that loaded chamber indicator. So anything that would get in there and would jam it could break that loaded chamber indicator. Same thing goes for the XDM and the XD. They also could break loaded chamber indicators. So with this new gun, right there, we got rid of those parts. Yay! So you got a little peephole in there. And now, so naysayers are out there saying, well, now there's a hole and lint will get in there, so we're going to prove that that doesn't happen. At least I don't think it will. I'm going to shove lint down in there when we go to shoot it later on, and let's see if it still works. Okay, I have noticed something, and it may be just a mold mark, or it could be something else. It's hard to see, and I'll try to post a picture of it. Right above my fingertip right there, there is a mold mark. and it's on both sides of the gun, that looks like it's the shape of a part. Do you know what that tells me? I'm thinking in the future, now this may be true or not, but there's a weird mold mark that's nowhere else on the gun that looks like in the future we may get a safety version on there. So what I'm talking about, it's in the exact same point that you would flip a safety on and on. Pretty damn interesting. You won't hear that anywhere else because one, it's a guess, and two, you would have to have a trained eye to see that, something like that. All right, let's move on to the sights. As you can see, this is my personal XDS here. First thing I did was add a set of True Glow TFX sights on there because, well, you need night sights on a carry gun. Right from the factory, this gun comes with some nice night high visibility sights on there. Now, the only drawback that I see to this system is that the front is tritium, the rear is not. The rear has that quick speed notch on there to go on that circle to be able to line everything up, and basically you've got that U and you've got your dot in the front, you center it and boom, take your target. So it's a very quick system, but it only puts the night sights in the front, not the rear. So that's something to remember, but it's not a make or break deal, but that is something. All right, let's move from the slide down to the frame. Let's take a look at this magazine release. This magazine release, take a look at that. It moves in and out, straight back and forth. Remember last week I said that was kind of like a Glock magazine release? Now take a look at this, and I want you to focus in on that magazine release. Let me, tell me if you could see that. All right, watch that magazine release. Do you see it rotating? All right. That was another complaint with the XDS system. The XDS is a very tiny pistol, and when you load it with ammo, that ammo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that top round sits in there. Now that spring is pushing up on that magazine, and when you load it, it is pushing on the bottom of the slide. So you have to push that top round down just enough to get it to lock in there when the slide is closed. And what I mean, so the slide is closed, and you're putting a loaded magazine in there, and my finger represents that top bullet, you gotta go just like that to get it to lock into place. And with all that pressure being pushed down on that magazine, with that button rotating, it could be hard as hell to push. People complained about that all the time, especially if they weren't used to mini pistols, especially in 45 ACP. The strength required to be able to just eject that magazine is quite substantial. With this Hellcat, I want you to check something out. Did you notice I had to pull the trigger to get the slide off? I just want you to know that. If you take a look in there in that magazine well, I don't know if you could see it, you take a look at that magazine well, there's a single piece of rod sticking in the front of the magazine well that's a spring. And what that does is when you push it, can you kind of see that? Well, we'll work on that part. But what I'm trying to say is, that's a Glock magazine release. 100%. It's reversible, so it's a new style Glock magazine release. Now, is it compatible with the Glock? No way. But what I'm trying to say, it's the same design. What that means is when you put that magazine in there, it is going to be a lot easier to use. Oh, and then there's another feature. You have to have the slide on there to get that magazine in there, or rotate the disassembly lever. But what I'm saying is that when you push that magazine to get out, it works just like the Glock system. It goes in side to side like that. So that is an improvement. Let's go ahead and take the idea if it works and steal it, you know, because it does work. All right, in the internals in here, basically it is a shrunken down XDS. There are some updated parts that I could see in there. But if you're familiar with the XDS system, you're looking at the same thing, minus the grip safety mechanism in there. But yeah, it's XDS. Yeah. All right, let's put the slide back. Let's take a look at the slide. Again, XDS. Captive recoil spring. A barrel. Hello. If you take a look at the drop safety in there, it's the 2nd gen drop safety like they use on the XDS Mod 2. The shape of the slide kind of looks like an XDS Mod 2. Again, just shrunk. If you notice, they've got the extra retainer pin on the back of the cap, just like the XDS Mod 2. If you're familiar with the XDS, Glock, XD, XDM, any of those pistols, it goes together the same way. Make sure your disassembly lever is up in about the 12 o'clock position. Drop it down. Take a look at the trigger. The trigger is a straight-faced trigger that yeah, looks good. Can't do that on an XDS. That's pretty much the basics of this gun, you know. Next thing we got to do is go out and shoot it. Again, this is James, the XDMAN. Let's actually go shoot the damn thing.